We made it. Happy New Year. It is 2026. In fact, the first week of 2026 has flown by very quickly, but I'm just excited to be here today. I really want to film a message for y'all and just really tap in just to what we need to know, what we need to hear, what we need to know in preparation for the rest of this year, how to better utilize our energies, whatever needs to come through. I'm inviting it to come through, and I'm also setting the intention that this goes to every single person who needs to hear it. Before we jump in though, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me. I have a lot of plans this year to post not just more readings, but also other things that are fun and helpful. So you can look forward to that, but please definitely subscribe. I already have 17 of y'all, and that is so exciting to me. It literally, oh, what the hell? Sorry. It was so exciting whenever I woke up on Christmas and it said 17 subscribers. I was like, you're kidding. Yes, 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 yes. That is the intent. That is the goal. So thank y'all for those of you who have already subscribed, who watch my content. I appreciate you. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's jump in to a reading for 2026. What do you need to hear? What do you need to know? How can we best be, prepared and stay aligned? Let's find out. So what's the theme for you right now? What is the theme for this collective listening? What's the theme? Detach. Ooh, it's so funny because right before that came out, I was just feeling like, just like rumination. You know what I mean? Keep going, detach and keep going. Ooh, I know the message. Here's the thing. When we enter into a new year, it is so intense because one, we're thinking about all of the things, all the expectations we place on ourselves. We're thinking about our goals and, the intentions that we set. We're focused on not wanting to fall back into these old patterns that we were in last year, right? There's a lot of pressure, and we can help ourselves by taking some of that pressure off by just simply allowing ourselves to be where we are at. And if you are authentically freaking out right now or feeling nervous, feeling, the fear of what if I don't do this? What if I miss my mark? What if I don't hit my goal this year? What if I fall off? What if I, let myself down in some way? Honor that. Stay aware. Obviously, I'm not telling you to go into that, right? But it's just be aware with it, be with it, observe it. Don't try to push it away. Also, don't shame it, because that's a very real part of yourself that is saying, hey, I'm scared. But the beautiful thing that you can do is kind of talk to that part of yourself and say, hey, do you trust me? You want to take a step back a little bit? Watch what we can do. We're going to be safe. We're going to be okay, right? But then it's interesting because I feel like this is a collective who has a lot of just this knowing that there's something that is destined this year. Maybe it's something that you've been putting off for so long, a dream, a belief, but it's like you just know that something is meant to happen. But in that knowing, I feel like sometimes that intensity of that destined thing, or that vision that will be coming to light, that will be coming to the physical this year, sometimes that excitement and that intensity of that energy we can feel it, and it can sometimes translate into how am I going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to do this? Am I not wow, right? It can be very overwhelming. So I just want to I want you to give yourself the permission to be present with where you're at, with the intent of rising above it, right? It's like the awkward phase, the in-between awkward phase that you're in. But this is definitely, like I said a second ago, this is definitely a group, a collective who has a really big, destined vision or destined dream, opportunity, something coming to light this year. And it's really going to require you to also, with this detach card, I was having a conversation with one of my really close friends yesterday, and one of the things that she brought up, it was just like, I needed to hear that, and it's coming through right now. And I don't want to mince her words, but we were talking along the lines of sometimes we have to really detach ourselves from either our art or what it is that we're creating, because it's not always about us, it's about the bigger whole, it's about the bigger picture. And when we're constantly placing our identity and our worth in our art, which is difficult to not do, in our art, in our work, in our career, whatever it may be, it creates more of this tendency to want to go in and overanalyze or overcook something, or eventually hide it away and never share it, because so much of our identity is wrapped up into it. Which, again, there's so much nuance with that, because yeah, that's going to happen. It's our baby, it's our vulnerability, it's our expression, right? Especially if we're artists. But this goes for our work, our profession, our career, whatever it is, right? But when we have all of our worth and all of our identity wrapped up into it, it really does in a lot of ways prevent us from taking action or sharing it or getting it out there. And I really just feel, especially with the detach and the keep going right here, it feels like some of this fear and some of this bashfulness that you're experiencing, coming from this knowing that there is something big meant to happen and I cannot miss my mark this year, and I'm going to have to do the hard thing or do the scary thing this year. Understand that when we just, again, observe that, be present with that, don't shame that part of you, but also it's really important that you allow yourself not to place your worth or to place your, like, so much of your identity in your art or the way it looks, or, you know what I mean? So you can put it out there. Like, it's time for the things that you've been working on, the things that you've been crafting and creating to be seen, to be put out. And I said, I don't even know if I just finished that message, because I feel like I had like slight amnesia during that sentence. So I almost feel like I didn't complete that thought. Sorry if I didn't. I'm still posting this, challenging myself this year. But it's like, I feel like you have something that is meant to be seen, that you have something that is meant to be put out, that is meant to be utilized by the whole, whether that is your music, whether that is your paintings, your sculptures, whether that is this business idea that you've been sitting on, that it supports the bigger, it supports the whole, it supports the collective. There's a bigger vision. It's bigger than you, right? It's like, remember that when it can sometimes almost be selfish when we stop ourselves from sharing our message or sharing our magic with the world. So just keep that in your heart. Keep that in your heart. Remind yourself that your art, your creation, your craft, it's meant to serve the whole. And so a lot of ways it's bigger than you, and you might judge it. You might see all the wrong things with it, but so many other people will see everything right from it. And that's the important thing. Again, I know I'm using art more so here as the example, but this goes for, I mean, some of you who are thinking about running for Senate, running for Congress, Senate, Congress, whatever, like there's something about a bigger calling here, and it might feel scary, it might feel illogical, but you're doing it to serve the whole. You're doing it for, a bigger purpose in yourself. I'm just repeating myself in different ways at this point. Is somebody here running for Congress? What the hell? Yes. Endings are inevitable. Every hurricane comes to an end. Are you kidding me? Do it for you here at the back of the deck. Endings are inevitable, and every hurricane comes to an end. It's so interesting. This is a group that's very used to chaos. This last year has been very chaotic for you, and we're used to it. We're used to like all the things going wrong, and there seems to be this air of lightness that you're going to be experiencing a lot this year. So not a lot of chaos. The shoe isn't going to be dropping out from under you, right? It's like this kind of energy that you've been so used to. And it's really an interesting thing. It's so complex that even though we know that we are like suffering like this, we're so exhausted, we just need the chaos to stop. We want to have a break. We want things to slow down. It's really interesting that when they finally do, it's almost like we're like, what? It feels almost unnerving. You know what I mean? Like this uneasy, weird feeling where it's kind of like different. It's like sometimes it's like, I'm bored now. Where's the chaos? Or it's kind of this feeling of, oh God, why is it so quiet? What's about to happen? What's about to pop out? to give me like a jump scare, right? There's a lot of these different kind of energies that come to play once we have kind of put the brakes on the chaos. And I just feel like this group, again, you've gone through so much of it this last year, but now you're entering into this peace, a lot more calm. And I just feel like this is Spirit's way of saying like, hey, that chapter is done. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have challenges that we're going to have to navigate this year. That's life, right? But it's not going to be as intense, as as I'd like to say. But also just to find the peace and the stillness, because that's really the weirdest thing about this. Like what I'm feeling for y'all is there's something about it's so unnerving. The stillness feels unnerving. It feels unsettling. But it's like Spirit is like, no, you're safe. Enjoy this. Find the peace in it. We don't constantly need things to go wrong to stay, to be, you know what I mean? We don't constantly have to be going through drama and da-da-da-da. We can have peace, and you deserve the peace. So in a lot of ways too, I'm feeling for some of you, it's going to be really important to kind of mind your business this year. It's easy for you to want to go and fix and like carry the weight for other people, but that's not for you to do this year. Your job is to stay in your lane, to focus on what you can build that is supportive for you, that is aligned for you, and also that's supportive and helpful for the whole, right? And when we're kind of walking off our path to see, oh, are you good? Do you need my help? Do you need my assistance? It's like that comes from a deep, caring, loving place, but it also comes from this part of you that feels like you'd rather be uncomfortable if it means everybody else around you is comfortable. But we have to shift that. Two things can be true at the same time. I want you to see how when you win, other people around you win. So when you focus on yourself, mind your own, mind your business, focus on you, everybody around you starts to win as well. I'm not saying to just like not lend a helping hand or be like a person who listens and support. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about the extremity that some of you listening have the tendency to go into, which is like, I will be there. I'll let you kind of dump on me all the time and not really tell you, hey, I'm feeling a little exhausted. I need to take a break because I don't want to hurt their feelings and I don't want to be a bad person, right? We want to help. I wrote an email yesterday to my email list. If you're not already on my email list, consider signing up. There's a link in my bio. But I sent out an email yesterday, and one of the things that was on there, it was just discussing like, this is the year, and I was feeling it so much yesterday. This is just a year to make sure that we're giving from an empowered place, not from a disempowered place. So empowered is this intentional, it's this intentional giving. It's saying, I am present. I know I have the space. I know I have the time. I know I have the means, the resources, and I want to help this intentionally, this person, this cause, whatever it is, versus this disempowered giving, which is, I'm exhausted, but yes, I will come and let you tell me for the 25th time this week about your ex-boyfriend who's not showing up, and you still are not taking my advice, but I'll still listen to you. And even though I'm exhausted and I need to eat, right? That's like giving from a disempowered place. And that was not the best example to give, but you see where I'm coming from, right? And it's just, that's something that I think we all need to focus on this year, especially the recovering people pleasers in this group. I hear you, I see you. Ooh, nurture your tribe. We were just talking about this. It's kind of interesting, isn't it, ironic? We think that when we're sacrificing ourselves and sacrificing our health, our wellness, our wealth, that maybe we're actually serving and we're helping. But really what that's doing is, when we're not supporting ourselves first, when we're not taking care of ourselves first, nobody else can get the benefit of our best. Right? So a part of you nurturing yourself means you're nurturing the ones that you love. You're nurturing your tribe. You're nurturing your people, your circle. And it's important that you see you taking care of you as productive, but also as worthy and as in a lot of ways like a selfless act. And here's the thing. I think that a lot of this group has been, you know, overly selfless their entire lives. I think that it's really important for us to learn to have a little bit of that balance of selflessness and selfishness and see how they're both beneficial to the whole. Where it gets wonky is when we're either way too selfish, like, right? Or we're way too selfless. We're giving and giving, and we're carrying resentments because we're not speaking our truth and we're not being honest. And that, you know what I mean? It's not healthy. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for other people. And I think that's something that you already know. And I feel like this is just like that reminder. You know what I mean? But let me tell you, again, all of this is because, like, I feel like Spirit is sharing this because it's so important. Terraform your world. It's so important. Look for the portal for you to know, because there is such a lot of energy surrounding your path this year and surrounding the doorways that are opening for you. And mindset is everything, right? And they're just really wanting to support your mental, support your mind, support your thought process, and try really hard not to dip into this. Here's the thing. No. Let me rephrase this. We're going to have doubt. That's not the goal of, you know, taking action and listening to our heart doesn't equal the absence of doubt. That is there. It will be there. It's about having the courage and the bravery to go forward despite the doubt that is there. And so that's why it is so important for you to really just make sure that you're tending to yourself, that you're taking care of you, that you're placing boundaries, because not only is that helpful for you, but you're also helping other people. When we give other people boundaries, they're able to learn boundaries for others and for themselves as well. So it's a teaching moment, but also there's a bigger purpose for this. You need your energy. You need to conserve your energy, and you need to conserve the way that you think and the way that you perceive yourself and your ability to succeed with your dream, with your passion, with this destined thing that you just know, you feel it. It is meant to happen. I know I already pulled from this deck, but I am interested to see. Choice. I'm going to read this. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone else's input, and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now. A lot of y'all got a lot of noise around you. That's difficult. That's a test. It's hard. You got a lot of people telling you, you're really going to do that? You really going to do that? They don't see your vision. They weren't given the prophecy. They weren't given the vision that Spirit gave you. Now, I'm not telling you to not listen to people's advice. You can take it. But it's one thing whenever there's a difference between somebody saying, ooh, hey, I love you and I love this vision, but I wonder if maybe there's a way that we can ground it in just a little bit. I'm a little concerned that maybe we're being a little too impulsive. Maybe we can ground it in. That is like a kind, like, I just care about you and I just want to make sure that, you know, you're not going to throw away all your savings on something. You know what I mean? And we can still honor that. And if it's like, well, I hear you, but I'm good. Cool, right? But that's like a different energy versus, do you really think that's good? Do you really think that's a good idea? Because honestly, I think that you really just need to work on that 401k, get that 9 to 5, stay in it. It doesn't matter. You'll have your weekends. And no offense. Hey, anybody that lives that life and loves it, love you. That's amazing. This is a different group. I feel like a lot of you in this group, though, there's this eccentric need for going against the grain, I guess. Is that the eccentric need for going against the grain? Maybe that made sense. Cool. If it did, great. If it didn't, sorry. But it just feels like this is a collective who is meant to do things differently. And the safe route, yes, while that works for a lot of people, it feels like your very own personal hellscape, and that's valid. And so while there's going to be a lot of people, naysayers, some because they love you and they care about you, some because they really just have this crab mentality of, no, you're not leaving. You're not going to get out of here. We're going to suffer together. That's the energy we really want to look out for. That's not necessary. And I want you to also feel empowered enough to say, hey, that's a weird thing to say to me. That was a really weird thing to say to me. Moving boundaries. Boundaries. That was a weird thing to say. Moving right along, starting over here at the back of the deck. This is a good, we're getting in the juicy goodness. Those of y'all who are y'all staying to listen, there you go. Getting through the nitty gritty, the stuff that is important. Might not be the most sexy, fun stuff, but now we're in the sexy stuff, okay? We're in the fun, exciting part. Dude, what are you building? And I might not know exactly, but like what's gonna happen? What comes from it? We have commune with your power animal. This kind of feels like another add-on to just make sure that when you need advice, people that you trust, yes, but also to commune with spirit in your own way. Whatever that looks like, if that's just like having a conversation in your car, if that's writing a letter, if that's praying, if that's, manifesting, or whatever it looks like to you, communication with spirit is everything. Okay, it's very important, and it's going to be really important for you this year. And those of you who, I know that all of y'all are very connected just naturally to spirit, but just remember, you can ask questions. You can ask questions. And I know, like, duh, we all know that. And I guarantee you that sometimes, even if there's a little bit of a lag in the response, you will receive a clear response when you ask for it. And it will shock you, especially this year. Something about it being very psychically charged for you. Detach and seek refuge. There's the detach again. It's interesting because this isn't a year for you to isolate. That's not what this is about. I really don't feel it. It's about more so we're here to be with the whole and be seen, but also know when to pull your energy away. Know when to take a break. Know when to say, I'm not going to go to this dinner tonight. I'm going to stay back home tonight and either do my own little spa night, watch my favorite movie, or put some work into this project that I really, really want to see take off. Put some action. Film that video, even if I'm filming it on a potato, because eventually I'm going to have the funds to get the phone or the camera that I want, right? It's about not isolating, but detaching so you can, one, take care of you, two, just know your limits, know what's serving you, know what's supporting you in that moment, what's worth your time, but also to put energy and to put your spare time into this vision. Again, for some of you, it's school, you're learning something. You want to get maybe it's a certification that maybe you put off for a while, but you really want to get it because you know that that's going to be the next segue into your career. Love that for you, and you're going to do it. You are. And you will, and I want you to come back to this video when you do, and I want you to comment if you want to. No pressure, okay? But that would be really cool, like full circle moment. But some of you are writing songs, you're sharing your music. Some of you maybe you're making art and selling it, whatever it is, but keep putting your energy to that, because this just feels like the year where things really start to be tangibly noticeable, that you're getting where you're going. Like your manifestation is coming to light. It already has. It's more just about seeing it in the tangible, seeing it in the physical, right? Oh my goodness. Ideas and inspiration, forgiveness, guardian angel. Why do I feel this is really interesting? I can't show these cards that just came out because they have nudity. This is really kind of making me feel like a divine intervention moment. There's somebody, maybe a couple of you listening to this, who feel like I can't, like, you're grieving. You're grieving because you feel like you're not able to do this thing or live this dream that you promised yourself that you would do, and it's like life happened. And now you're like, well, it's not worth it. Like, what? I don't have any more time. I look like this, or whatever your excuses are, they're not good excuses. And what Spirit is literally saying is, hey, forgive yourself, but you can't keep living in this kind of space of whatever. I guess I can't do it. That's not fair to you. Be kind to you, forgive yourself, but also give yourself, empower yourself to act on this thing. Who says you can't do it? Society? Who? Your mom? Auntie Joanne? Oh, I have one of those. Love you, girl. That wasn't a reference to you. Like, who's telling you you can't? Really, it sounds like it's you. And whether or not people agree with you or not, it doesn't matter. Because I'm willing to bet you can do this thing. And you should. And in fact, when you do the thing that you feel is just, oh, there's no way, it's impossible, or it's silly, who am I to do this? You're actually going to be giving so much more inspiration and representation for people who also are in your same boat, who need to see somebody who's doing the thing despite what everybody else said. Going against the grain. Very Aquarian-like here, huh? I'm an Aquarius moon. What are you? Is there Aquarius placements? Are y'all some Aquarius like transits going on? I know we got some stuff going on with our water risings. Hi, hello, Cancer rising here, Taurus sun, Aquarius moon. Love that. Watch for signs. Watch for signs. This again makes me think of just, hey, we're talking to you. We are listening. Ask us. Commune with us. These are your guides, right? Your higher self, spirit, God, source, universe, whatever you see it, however you identify this ever-present, beautiful energy that we all are familiarized with. Talk, communicate, ask questions, but create almost like, I want to give you all like a little tip. Create kind of like a code. Something that I do, my little code thing is only show me 999 when I am doubting myself way too much, where I'm like preventing myself from moving forward, when I really, really, really need to see it, when I'm really doubting, when I'm really feeling like everything is crashing and burning around me, show me 999. I swear to you, I swear, I only ever see that when I really, truly, 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 truly need to see it. And I have other little things that are personal, so I'm not going to be sharing, but it's creating like codes or like saying, hey, show me this specifically. Show me this specifically when da 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 da, right? I think that can help you out. I don't know if I explained that very well, but hopefully I did. Look to nature for healing, joyful beginnings, as well as at the back of the deck. This feels right, obviously, literally, spending time in nature, but also detaching from the phone. Detaching from the phone. Not saying that you have to like do the full extreme of just like not deleting social media or, no, but just not being on it so much, not being like, catch yourself when you're scrolling aimlessly. I just feel like it can get really easy for you to get into this, like, I think all of us do, like a meditative state when we do that, like kind of like we're in a hypnotized or something. And it's like, protect your little mental, protect your mind, because it's easy for you to really be kind of like, I don't know, your energy is so sensitive and you're able to pick up energy so much, and it's just really easy for other people's energy to kind of come in and distract you. But that's another reason why you should be protecting your energy. Do some, come on with your witch hygiene. Come on. We got to be clearing, shielding, placing wards, whatever works for you. You don't have to do anything. Literally, you don't have to do anything, but I do recommend some protection, right? Clearing your energy. When you're in the bath, being intentional, shower, whatever, being intentional and just saying, I wash away anything that is not mine, that is no longer serving me. Before you wake up in the morning, maybe you visualize yourself in a bubble of a certain color light and you say, when I'm here, nothing that is not serving me, nothing that is going to derail me off my path and away from my truth is going to be affecting me, okay? Right? It's not an end-all be-all, but it is a really good way to just kind of create a little bit more fluff and support around you, Shielding, bitch fire, stand up for yourself, do it for you is here again. Boundaries, be a bitch. That's okay. Say no. Period. No, that's a sentence. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody this year. We're not going to be doing that. We can be kind and assert ourselves at the same time. We can be respectful and assert ourselves at the same time. We can say no and not explain why we just said no. Right? Right? Hey, you deserve to say no. Bye. I'm not gonna sit at this dinner longer if we're gonna keep talking about this conversation. If you're gonna keep saying hateful things that are blatantly ignorant, I'm not gonna continue to sit down and eat this food with you. I will leave. I don't know where that came from, but somebody, you're gonna be like, yep, I needed to hear that. Especially in the climate that we are in right now, we will not tolerate hate of any kind. So, now, the bitch fire card came in and damn, lit a fire under my little booty, didn't it? Nature, ground yourself, find sanctuary in nature, connect with the elementals. Yep. Really prioritize that this year. Prosperity, a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Awareness, live in the moment. Be conscious of your thoughts. Look for signs and guidance everywhere. Let me show you these so y'all can really see. It's mirrored, sorry. I love it though. I love it. I feel like this reading was like so beautiful, but kind of like, there was so much to cover. I think in the beginning, I wanted to see just this year, what this year's bringing, and I think we did that. I think we did. Y'all have got magic in store, and it's really important for you to be on your mark. Healer, you have powerful healing gifts. Have faith in your abilities. Stay true to your path as a healer. Innocence, take time to play, nurture your inner child, and live with a childlike sense of wonder. Why so serious all the time, huh? Let's get to, of course, abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. And let's do these last three right here. We'll do, okay, yeah. Past lives. Release your past life karma. You are an old soul with deep wisdom. Healing your past lives will raise your vibration. This a lot to me is really just giving, like remembering if you're getting anxious or nervous about, oh my God, like it's a new year, but why am I still feeling like the same fears that I was feeling last year, that I was like, no, I'm gonna let that go. I'm not gonna let that stop me. Hey, a part of you healing that is you doing the thing that you weren't doing last year. You doing the thing, saying the thing, having the conversation that you've been putting off for so long. You heal it by doing it. And again, remember what we said a little bit ago. How did I say it? It was really nice. By us following our intuition and following our heart, it doesn't equal the absence of the doubt that's gonna be there. It's us acting and still making the choice to do the thing despite the doubt, despite the fear. Okay, that's the important thing for y'all this year. Please remember, leadership. Step into your leadership. Share your message. Inspire and empower others. Y'all, rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams. Create a new reality. Beautiful reading. This is a long one, so hopefully it served. Hopefully it supported y'all. Please be kind to you this year. Set your boundaries. Give life to yourself, your dreams. Put action, put energy into the things that you're building, your art. Share it. Share it. And once you get it out there, once you post it, detach. Maybe that's another message from these detach cards. Detach from it. Turn off social media. Don't get back on it. Post it, and despite the fear of like, oh, I have to delete it. Just let it be out in the ethos. Let it be there. Let it be out. Let people find you and connect with you and watch the beauty and the magic that transpires. Okay, this is where I love and leave you all. Please consider subscribing to my channel. It would mean everything to me. Leave me a comment down below. What are you building this year? What is the dream? What is the thing you've been putting off for so long that you're finally ready to start again? Despite the fear, despite the doubt. What is that? Drop it in the comments. I cannot wait to read them. And I will see y'all soon. Mwah. Bye.